Microphone check, check, 1, 2, 3. Microphone check, check, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you thought it was over.
Microphone check, check, 1, 2, 3. La da 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 da. It's the mother T-O-double-G. Hey, can you guys hear me? Hello? Can you guys hear me? All right. Go to top gens. Oh, there we are. Oh, hey, Luke, Rosemary Washington. Rosemary Washington. I see Rosemary Washington like almost in every video that I post. You have Rosemary Washington just put 360 photo booth giveaway. So it's like I see these things, guys. I'm crazy busy, and yes, my life has changed drastically, and I'm trying to take on as much as I can given my lifetime here. Life is short, as you guys already know. So yeah, I still keep an eye out for certain little things that stand out. How's everyone doing on TikTok? Hello, we are live on YouTube. For everyone watching on TikTok, if you guys want to come over to the YouTube platform, that's where the party is at. I welcome all your questions, and I hope that these answers to your questions are going to help you with your 360 booth business, right? So, Luke, how are you doing? That was a Yoda impression. It was not, but hey, man, if that works for you, Yoda impression, that's cool too. So we got 9 operators right now. It looks like on the live chat. So let me go ahead and end this poll here. It looks like, see, have you attended more than one event? And most 75% of you guys, the answer is yes. So that's great. That means we got some people here with some real experience. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Today, we're going to talk about real experience. What issues have we been facing lately? And maybe some obstacles that we're constantly running into. So let's go ahead and talk about it. All right. So it looks like there are actually some people that are having attended their first event yet. Okay, so that's cool too, because this is going to help you guys. It's going to help you avoid issues that cost money and that can stir up a certain amount of stress and anxiety because you're at the event now. You are on their field. You know, you're an operator on their field. And what I mean by field is you are at the customer's venue, the client's venue. So you have to play nice, provide, produce, and go hard so that you guys can be booked again by their families and friends, right? All right, I'm going to end this poll right here, guys, and I want to start welcoming your questions. So if you guys can, let's see. So it ended up being a 50-50. There's 9 of us right now on here. Let's get fired up with some questions, okay, guys? Let's see. First off, what I like to always check is if you guys can hear me clearly, can you please send me a number 1 on the chat box? Hit me with the number 1 if you guys can hear me clearly. I've been talking for like 5 minutes. Should have asked that from the very beginning. Can you guys hear me on TikTok? Hit me up with a like. Yeah, okay, great. Cool. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, XY Reynolds, Kaylin Herb, Rosemary. Hero is back. I remember that because Hero was, I think, pretty catchy how you separated the he and the row. Project Hustle. All right. Thank you guys. Sweet. All right. Let's see what we got here. TikTok, they can hear me as well. All right. Cool. All right. So this past weekend, it was interesting. One, because I did a 3-hour event all by myself. Finally got out there all by myself. I drove all the way out to Victorville, which was about an hour and 20 minutes. And when I arrived, the lady, she wasn't ready. Most of the time, it seems like lately a lot of people have not been ready. So they'll book us at one time, but they won't be ready to go. So if you don't have an event after that and you can work with them on the time, I know we have a contract signed, but it's also great to just kind of put yourself in their situation. If they're running a little late, try to adapt and be a little flexible and just stay positive and keep smiling throughout the entire event, even though sometimes some of us get a little pissed off, like, we agreed at this time, weren't you ready? Why are not okay, you know what? So let's just kind of step back and say, you know what, they had so many things going on to this point, So as operators, we're there. We got there safely. Let's kind of work with their schedule, like I said. And if we don't have an event after that, so we can give them a little room as far as them not being ready. Now, since you guys are on here right now, all 12 of you guys, and on this end on TikTok, we got 93 people watching, 97 people watching. By the way, everyone on TikTok, we are on YouTube as well. And on YouTube, what we like to do is come together as a 360 family and just talk about different issues and challenges that we're facing. Also, innovations and any advice that any of you guys have is always welcome here on this channel because it's all about supporting each other as a family of 360 booth operators out there, right? So, yeah, TouchPix, man. Let's talk about it. So TouchPix was cutting in and out this past weekend, Friday and Saturday. I had a 2-hour event on Friday and a 3-hour event on Saturday. And what happened is there would be a countdown, and then TouchPix, of course, does a countdown, and then the arm spins, and then the recording time is about 6 seconds, as you guys might already know. So then the 6 seconds are up, and I'm waiting for the video to render. It starts applying the slow mo. It starts applying the MP3 song and the boomerang, and then somehow, some way, it would go into a screen that said, I would say, look at screen on the phone itself that I'm using to record, and then on the top right, it'll say cancel or restart. So I'm thinking like, what do you mean cancel or restart? Like I don't I don't want to restart without it being complete downloaded, and I don't want to cancel because that was a moment we just captured. So that was a thing that I was experiencing Friday and Saturday, and I thought, well, maybe it's a glitch. But then Saturday came around, and it kept happening. And so one of the clients emailed me Saturday night and told me, "Hey, David, the link that you send us to the gallery, there's a couple of videos missing." And in my mind, I'm thinking, damn. So then I checked my gallery, and then I triple checked my gallery, and I couldn't find that video. And I remember the family too, but I couldn't see the video on the gallery. So some of you guys are going to have to one day maybe experience this issue, and you want to prepare yourselves to, work around it. And the best thing to do is every time you guys record a video as 360 booth operators, make sure that video is being saved to your internal gallery. Because even if that video hasn't uploaded to the sharing station or is just not showing in queue, meaning it's as pending upload to your iPad sharing station, as long as you guys have this video in your phone, in your gallery, you guys are going to be fine because at least you have it in your hardware. So that's going to help you guys out. Another thing, if you guys, I know you guys feel like you're under pressure. Yeah, that was crazy, Hero. I know you guys are a lot of under pressure, especially if it's like your very first time and you're nervous. Don't worry. And what I mean in the sense of don't worry is if you record a video and for whatever reason, when that video is rendering, it doesn't upload properly, don't let it go and don't sweep that shit under the rug. Don't do that. In fact, what you want to do is the person is still on the platform or barely coming off the platform. What you want to tell them like, hey, you know what? We just had a software crash, but let's go ahead and do another. Let's get, now that you guys are warmed up and now that you guys got comfortable on the platform, let's do a second take and really work it this time. So then you encourage them to do a second video. That way you guys know you guys are going to capture that video. I think sometimes we come across issues and we don't want to address them right away because one, we don't want to raise any friction or cause any friction, and two, we want to come off as everything is working smooth, there's nothing to worry about. But realistically speaking, this is a reflection on your business. So if you guys remain transparent as business owners, then they're going to appreciate that. And because you're the director operator of the event, it's your job to make sure that everyone on that platform gets their video. And like I said, if you have issues, then these are some of the things you want to look into as far as troubleshooting. One thing, I left the house this weekend without checking to see if my iPhone 13, I have a standard iPhone 13. Hey, what up, Rainbow? Um, I didn't check my software on my iPhone. So my software on my iPhone wasn't up to date. Who's to blame? I'm to blame. I should have checked that software on my phone, and I did not, because as operators and anything in any job in any industry, one of the most dangerous things is becoming complacent. So because I became complacent and didn't bother to check my software, I paid the price. On top of that, I use an Apple TV, and that Apple TV kept on disconnecting from the phone. I like having the Apple TV connected to the external monitor because when I hit the power button on the spinner to start orbiting, What I like about that is that I'm able to see the countdown on the larger screen, and I'm able to count in the attendees on the platform. So I'll give them a quick countdown: 3, 2, 1, action. And then they start doing their thing. So if you count them in, it helps produce a better video because they're on point, they're on cue. You, as a director, told them action versus just hitting it, waiting a few more seconds. Okay, it's done. So it's like there has to be that line of communication there, right? So if you guys interact, you guys are going to get a better production. So that's one thing I failed to check is the software on my iPhone. If you guys are using iPhones for your events, I just popped up a video. I just uploaded a video on YouTube, and on that video, it's going to walk you through the steps on how to make sure your phone, your iPhone, is up to date. I just threw that video in there on there before I jumped onto this live stream. Give me one second, guys. It's someone here on TikTok by the name of Alchi did one. I have my photo booth since 2018. I still don't have consistent events. Any recommendations? Hey, brother, jump over to the 360 booth channel here on YouTube. There's a few videos that I put out. They're going to help you with the marketing strategies and how to also advertise for free. And not just that, but set relationships and network. And that's really going to bring in money and more business. So please, like I said, guys, join us on the YouTube platform because that's where I really deliver whatever's working for me as a business. So I hope to see you guys there. Now, back to what I was saying about TouchPix and the issues that I was having this week. So that's one thing I failed to do on my end as an operator. Second thing, my Apple TV. Another thing, my Apple TV wasn't up to date. I didn't realize there was a software update to my Apple TV. I just got out of my garage from updating my Apple TV. It kept disconnecting from my phone. That did create a setback because on my Saturday event, one of the clients, she said like, the TV says no signal. And I'm like, don't worry, don't focus on the negative, focus on the positive. Let me go ahead and send you your video through AirDrop here on my phone, right? So I was able to kind of redirect their attention to me, and then I would just AirDrop their video using my iPhone directly. I also had an iPad sharing station, but the iPad sharing station wasn't manned, meaning I went all by myself. I didn't have an assistant. So there's certain things you have to do when you're rolling solo, and I'm going to teach you some techniques that worked really great for me. I'm gonna put those videos out, like you guys know, on YouTube, so you guys can soak up some of that information. Hopefully, it helps you with your next event. Okay, so my Apple TV did not update, so I went out there and I paid the price for it again. Another thing you guys want to check is make sure your TouchPix app is up to date. If you guys go on the YouTube video, the latest YouTube video I just posted right now, I show you how to check to make sure your TouchPix app is up to date. I wonder if you guys can kind of, oh, never mind. I'm using one of my phones here on TikTok here. No problem. You're welcome, guys. I'm using one of my phones to stream on TikTok, guys. So I can't show you, but I will display how to do it if you guys check out that YouTube video I was doing right now. So we have 15 operators right now on the live stream on YouTube, and we have about another 5 operators here on TikTok, or possibly future operators. And right now, guys, I want to go ahead and start opening this chat with questions because I know some of you guys had events this weekend. I think some of you guys ran into the same type of issues. And so if you guys did, let's talk about it. If you guys have other issues you guys want to discuss, let's go ahead and do that as well. Because remember, guys, I'm going to try to come on the platform here on YouTube about twice a week to do these live streams, just in case you guys can't afford to hire me for an entire hour, because I am doing one-on-ones. But I understand a lot of you guys are on a tight budget, so I want to try to give you as much free information as I can. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with some questions here. Good afternoon, DJ. DJ, I have not purchased my GoPro 10. I just bought some cold sparkles, and those cost me around $700. So you guys already know, as a business, you want to budget yourself. And after speaking to a technician over at the TouchPix department, I'm probably going to not make it a priority to get a GoPro 10, just because what I learned is the GoPros, you're going to need a second system to run it to make sure that it's functioning and communicating. So you need an iPad with that as well, and it relies on the iPad. So you're basically having one thing that's completely dead, which is your GoPro, relying on your iPad, and the iPad better work. So for me, I feel safer going to an event with 2 iPhones, just in case one iPhone is not working. I have my backup, because remember, guys, on TouchPix, if you guys have a subscription, as long as both of these phones have the same email, same Apple ID, I can record the session using either or. I can switch phones. All right. I don't know if you guys knew that, but if you guys have a subscription with TouchPix and you have the same Apple ID that you use to purchase the TouchPix app, you can use both phones for the same exact event. Just know that. Or if you're a growing business and you have already 360 booths, and you have a team, as long as your team member has a company phone and that company phone has the same exact Apple ID, they'll be able to run their event on their end and you'll be somewhere else running the event on your end using the same subscription. I don't know if you guys knew that, but boom, now you learned something. I hope you did. So that was talking about TouchPix. I got ADHD, so sometimes I lose my train of thought. What was I talking about? Oh, GoPro. So yeah, so that's the deal, DJ Randy G Music. All right. Why microphone, Bluetooth? So Hero, I'm gonna read what you wrote here, and it says, why microphone, Bluetooth with two lovely ladies do you call the guest? I don't understand your question, Hero. I really don't, man. If you want to reword it for me, we'll go back to it, okay? Evangeline Borja, I'm not familiar with Apple TV so much. Is that used as a connection to stream from iPhone, iPad to TV? All right, so answer your question, Ms. Borja. So the Apple TV, I don't have a smart TV. So if I have my iPhone and I have my Apple TV connected to my standard TV, the production, sorry guys, let me go ahead and give me 1 second. This is my other business line. I'm gonna just, all right, cool. So for the Apple TV, the way it works is I'm at an event right now, for example, right? And I have my iPhone, I have TouchPix open. I can set my phone up so that it can mirror whatever's happening on my phone on my external screen using the Apple TV. So the Apple TV helps me mirror whatever's going on my phone to the external screen. That's what I use the Apple TV for. Now, as far as the iPad sharing station, what happens is when you activate TouchPix on your phone, then you can grab your iPad, scan the QR code for that event, and use your iPad as a sharing station. That way, all the videos get uploaded to the iPad in certain sequence as the event goes by. So that's what people use the iPad for. And some people that have the GoPros actually use the iPad to command the GoPros. Okay. Hope that helps out. I hope that answers your question. Someone asked me here on TikTok. They wrote, "What do you think of inflatable photo booth? Check out my IG." What I think about inflatable photo booth? If you're referring to the photo booth that's a big inflatable and you can put a 360 booth inside, I actually think that's a great idea. I think it's a cool concept. The reason why is because have you guys noticed when you shoot events outdoors during the day, the production simply is just not the same. Why? Because the sun's coming from one angle, so then that creates glare and a backlight and it's all uneven and it's not the most beautiful production you can come up with. So I think if we used, for example, that inflatable booth during the day, then you have more control of the lighting. You could bring in your RGB lights and plus the light that's on the actual arm to have better lighting. You have more control as a producer. So I think that's a pretty cool concept if it's in your budget. And plus, these things are pretty bulky. So you want to make sure you have enough space. All right. Let's see. I have two systems. It's Rainbow Row. I have two systems, iPhone 12 Pro Max with tablet and GoPro 10 with an iPad. I fell in love with the iPhone. Me too. I've been using iPhones since the jump, since I started my business in late February. I started off with the iPhone 12 mini, and then I ended up getting an iPhone standard 13. And this is a standard 13, okay? It's not a Pro, it's not a Pro Max. It's a standard 13, and they both work really well. I like the 12 mini because it's really light on the actual arm, so it doesn't add too much weight to the arm. And even though it's such a cool little small phone, the videos come out super smooth. If you guys see some of my very first videos, those videos were shot with a 12 mini. What up, Manny? Manny asked, do you have any alternatives for getting bookings? I'm really finding it to get booked after my first month. So I'm assuming you're saying, Manny, that you're finding it difficult to get booked this month. Okay, Manny, have you looked at all the videos I put out on how to generate more business and get more leads? If the answer is no, I welcome you to review those videos. Now, if you actually watch those videos, I want you to message me on the Facebook group where everyone's helping each other out. I want to know, what have you done to promote your business, Manny? Manny, I'm asking you, what have you done on your end as an owner to increase your online presence? Because, like I said, you can have great prices, you can have a great setup, a presentation, but if your online presence is weak and not a lot of people can find your business easily, it's going to be difficult to get bookings, Manny. And this goes out for everybody. I encourage everyone to start their own YouTube channel and share their journey. And I said for the first 36 people to start off their YouTube channel and share their journey and share maybe like a 60-second clip on why they started their business or or just a little bit about you. Share it with me, because what I want to do is I'm going to take that video and I'm going to share it with the rest of the community. So I'm basically shouting you out, and not just that, but I stand behind the people that really apply what I'm teaching. So I'm going to do what I can on my end to help you guys, to show my support. Speaking of showing my support, I'm giving out a 360 photo booth, as you guys already know, and I've been thinking about it a lot lately. So when I give out this 360 booth, when we reach 3,060 subscribers on YouTube, I'm investing into someone, right? I'm taking my hard-earned money and I'm investing it into somebody. So with that being said, as I was I do a lot of thinking in the shower. I was thinking, I'm also going to mentor that person. So whoever wins this 360 booth, I'm also going to spend time mentoring you, because I need you to succeed. Basically, I'm investing in you. And so I'm going to invest not only money, but I'm going to invest some time. And that investment of time, all those lessons, those courses that we're going to be going through, I'm going to be sharing it with everyone for absolutely free, just to make sure you guys are applying the same strategic methods that we're going to be using moving forward. All right, guys? I just want to put that out there. Got it. Thank you so much. If you have a smart TV, do on this and the other. Evangeline, so if you have a smart TV, you don't really need an Apple TV, but what you want to check before you go to an event is make sure when you connect your iPhone to your smart TV, one, you want to test it for at least 20 minutes just to make sure that the connection between your iPhone and your TV is going to be reliable. And you also want to get familiar with the specs as far as how far can you be from the TV for you to have a clean stream. Because if you're too far and it's cutting in and out, or there's like a delay, that's something that you want to test out on your end before you go to your events. Now, Hero wrote, you share a video with two ladies on Sunday. You've a microphone remote. What? Oh, okay, Hero. I know what you're talking about, man. So so when you are at these events, guys, as 360 booth operators, most of the time, hopefully there's a DJ, at the event. Because if there's no DJ, it's dead, man. Like it's hard to get it's hard to get the crowd on the platform to get hype and get their energy levels up high. If there's no music pumping that bass, producing that vibration into your body, raising your vibration. So hopefully there's a DJ. Now, most of the events that I've been to, there is a DJ. And what I was noticing is after every event on Sunday, my voice would be gone. Like I'd be talking like this, right? And what happened is, like, how do I keep my energy and not get drained after the event? So what I ended up doing is I went on Amazon and I bought this speaker set. I don't have it in here. No, I don't have it in here. I bought a headpiece that goes connected to a speaker. So now when I'm at events, this past Saturday, it was a 3-hour event for a 10-year-old birthday party. So it was a bunch of little kids, right? And so I turned that thing up and I'm just talking using I don't have to scream or shout. And you can hear me really clear. So that saved me a ton of energy, because I was able to communicate with everyone at the party using this audio microphone attached to this speaker, which amplified my voice, which gave me causes less effort on my end to communicate. So I highly recommend this tool. And not only that, it feels cool when it's on you, it sounds cool, and it gives you, like I said, it's all about presentation. It makes you look like a certified ass 360 director. Yes, sir. So that's the reason I got it, and I'm happy with that purchase. I recommend you guys get it too. It's really cool. You hold it up, you put the microphone right to your mouth. You have the speaker on your hip. You turn it up as loud as you want, or as loud as it should be. and then you're good to go. So that's what that was. That's the microphone that I was using, guys, to answer your question. All right, let's see. Man, I'm really talking as loud as I can right now because I know that my MacBook microphone is not the greatest, but I'm already feeling it in my throat. So for everyone on TikTok that's just joined, if you guys need tips and advice on how to start a 360 booth business that's going to be successful, you guys come over to the YouTube side. In the description on my TikTok, as you guys can see, there's a tab that'll bring you over to the channel here on YouTube. Okay, guys, and these videos that are out here are made to help you out with just that. Let's get back to some more questions, guys. Um, Luke asks, are your phones both functioning phones or only Wi-Fi? What happens if a call comes through while you're recording? Yes, it does affect it, Luke. That's actually a great point that you bring up. So I was talking to TouchPix tech support, and I was asking them if eventually their app is going to have a setting where it doesn't allow incoming calls. That would be the shit. Because if we can have TouchPix cancel any incoming calls so it won't interrupt the actual video, that would be dope. So right now it's not available, but it was something I brought up to them in hopes that maybe they'll go ahead and inject that code into their TouchPix app and we can block incoming calls. Now you're asking me if I have two functioning phones or only on Wi-Fi. Okay, so one, it has cellular data, and my other one is on Wi-Fi. But what I did learn through TouchPix tech support is that it's a better idea not to have the phone that you're recording with and the iPad on the same Wi-Fi network. For some reason, sometimes it causes little miscommunication. So I don't know if they're gonna get an update and get rid of those bugs so that it can communicate clearly. So to answer your question, Luke, one of my phones is cellular data, and my other phone runs off of Wi-Fi because I can't be affording all kinds of phones with cellular data. Not just yet. We're getting there. We're gonna get there. So DJ, we DJs are the heartbeat of the event, period. That's very much true. That's very much true. I think that every party should have a DJ. With that being said, I was thinking of adding a decent sized speaker to my 360 booth bundle because believe me when I say if you show up to a party and there's no music, it almost feels like a black and white video. Like it's so bland, you know? So maybe we can charge extra if we decide to bring like a 300-watt speaker to the party. I think that really help them out. So like I said, guys, there's always going to be creative ways to scale your business. Just make sure you keep watching for things, for issues, for problems that need to be solved. Because if you can solve those problems, that's going to be money in your wallet because you're a problem solver. Remember what I keep saying, you guys, the more problems you solve, the more money you're going to be able to collect from the world. Okay. You're welcome, hero. Yeah, the microphone is badass. It's super. It's like an official thing. Once you have it on, it's like you jump into character. It's game time, baby. What's up, Espiritu? Nico, I did it. Hey man, I'm very happy to see a lot of you guys coming back to the live streams and taking time out of your lives to dive in here and talk about the business and not just that, but you're networking with the other members. And to me, that stands out because since I'm seeing familiar usernames on here, that shows me that you guys are trying to come up, you're trying to have your business blossom, and you're doing whatever you can to make sure that happens. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to just like jump on, because I follow other people on YouTube, and when they go live, I'm too busy doing my own thing. And it's like, I just, that's what I'm at right now. It's just like, I'm so focused on building one of the world's biggest 360 booth communities. And my dreams becoming a reality every single day. I'm working towards it because I do believe that there should be a new system where people are helping people. And because people are helping people and everyone's spreading the love, something amazing is going to come out of it. So that's one of my primary missions is to take people that lack experience and then take people that have gained experience and have them become professors, an inspiration, a motivation to others, because that's going to allow them to grow. And the people that are soaking up this new information and data, that's us helping them develop their skills and being, their support, because they can be in a situation where their family, their friends, their domestic partner might not be very supportive. So that's why, since we're all striving here to be the best 360 booth operators, not just that, but to scale our business, and we all share the same passion and the same dream, I think this is going to work out just fine. It really is, because I'm already seeing it on the 360 Booth Global Family on Facebook. I see people post questions, and I see you guys come right in with answers. And every time I see that, I smile, man. It's like, she got it, or he got it, or yes, so that's a big ass victory for me. And that's a huge victory for all of us. So Project Hustle, he can't wait till he gets his second booth. I'm in the same boat as you. I want to get my second 360 booth. Lately, I've been training individuals that want to start their own business. So what I started doing is a few individuals have been coming on events with me that want to start their own 360 booth. And so what I told them is like, okay, now here's the thing. If you stay out in the San Bernardino area, or maybe a little further away, and you want to start your 360 booth business, but you don't have the funds yet, and you're barely collecting the money, and you're almost there, or you just bought your 360 photo booth, but you don't want to go to an event until you get real hands-on experience, I welcome you guys to come over to my events and help me out so that you guys can gain that experience. Now, all I ask is, remember, you guys are representing my brand. So when you guys are out there, you guys are a piece of the business. So you guys are my representatives. And I expect you guys to do an amazing job, because that's going to be a reflection of your business when it comes to you doing your own thing. So I'm not charging for any of that. I'm just saying, okay, you guys, bring it on. Let's see how we can work together. That way you guys can go in there with a little bit of experience and that certainty that, hey, I think I got what it takes now. Let me go ahead and do my thing. Using my GoPro with that everywhere. Oh, by the way, guys, so there's a gentleman by the name of Espiritu Perez on Facebook, and from what I understand, he has a lot of experience with GoPros. So if you guys have any questions, reach out to Espiritu Perez. I seen a video he put together, and I know that he has a lot more experience than I do when it comes to using the GoPro, and he's been contributing to the channel. So I just wanted to give you a quick shout out, Espiritu Perez, because I see you doing your thing, man, and I appreciate you sharing your journey and helping out others as well, bro. So I see you, man. Thank you. Nicholas, I'm going on Facebook maybe every 2 hours or so, accepting posts. Right now, I just want to make sure that I'm allowing the right people onto the platform. There's some people that are pending that don't even have a photo on their actual profile. So for me, that's like, how are we gonna it just doesn't make sense. Like, I need you guys to take this business thing seriously. So first of all, if it's not your actual profile picture, it should be the logo of your business. You guys are representing your business. This is all about your business. You guys are a walking business, because a business is basically a reflection of the way you see the world. So this is why I'm making sure we filter the right people into the 360 Global family, to make sure that everyone that's coming on board, one, has an open mind and an open heart and is ready to help, and also ready to contribute. Yeah, man. So Nico brought up a good point. There's a ton of us right now, a lot of new operators that just had our very first event this past weekend and last past weekend. This business is not only trending, but it's going to continue to trend, right? But because it's continued to trend, that means there's going to be a lot of innovation going on, guys. So stay creative for one, and stay on top of your game. One thing I shared with you guys is, now that you're texting customers back and forth, messaging, email customers back and forth, don't treat this like you would to your friends when you're messaging your friends and you delay the message, or you're dating someone and you guys are playing those mind games for text messaging. Don't do that with these potential clients. Make sure you guys always answer as soon as possible and get to them as soon as possible. And if anything, let them know that you're going to look into it and contact them by this time or this day. Set the expectation. Remember, guys, you're going to hear me say this a lot moving forward, is set the expectation. When I was working for corporate, That's one of the things that we got trained on every week, is setting the expectation, showing empathy, and just adding value and accepting everything the client has to say and seeing it from their lens to give us the opportunity and improve as a business. So like I said, if you guys are interested and it, I guess you can call it like somewhat of an internship, and I'll go ahead and I'll be taking your messages on Facebook. I'll be sharing my event calendar with you guys this upcoming week, guys. I have a Friday event and a Saturday event. I don't remember the exact hours, but this week I have Friday and Saturday. I have events for those 2 days. So if you guys live in the neighborhood or stay around the area, and you guys want to come and really learn the ins and outs, and you want to come and actually get hands on with me with the event, let it be known. And like I said, I expect you guys to bring your A game, because like I said, you're representing Canary Capital Rentals brand. Okay, guys? Patron Boy 777. No, yeah, put 777. I have a mirror photo booth and want to expand to a 360. Hey man, so that's actually really good. Since you have a mirror booth, do you do you have a, if you have a Facebook and you have a YouTube, Patron Boy 70 777, you know, let us know what the deal is, because right now on this channel we have a lot of 360 booth operators, and I think a lot of us are also kind of considering getting a mirror booth, because it takes up less of our time and it frees us to do other things, right? Because it's a mirror booth. You kind of just leave it there, right? And leave the instructions on the side, and it kind of runs on its own. So that would be a cool addition for us as existing 360 booth operators. But if you're currently a operator and you only have a mirror booth and you're trying to get a 360, this is also the place to be at, man. Yeah, it's good to filter the people who are coming in. Okay. So Project Hustle asks, have anyone experienced the effects selected on TouchPix not taking all the videos, or is it the connection thing? Like half of my, so Project, I think you were here from the very beginning of the live stream today. Just make sure, like I said, all your gadgets are up to date, including TouchPix. And also, guys, don't be shy to go over your TouchPix app and hit refresh event. Sometimes you have to refresh that event to have those effects kick in. All right. I hope that helps. So you need a laptop to set up your event. From what I understand, you definitely need a laptop to set up your event. Have you experienced back to back events where the first event didn't run on schedule and ask you to stay? So I always tell the client this, uh, and this goes back to setting the expectation and having that line of communication. If I have two events back to back, I'll know right away because I'm the one booking these events. So, for example, I already let's see, I had to redirect three clients this past weekend over to another 360 booth operator that stays in the area, because their booking was too close to my existing booking. And what you don't want to do is get greedy and try to take on everything, and then you end up falling short on both events, and then that's a bad reputation. So the answer to your question is, have I experienced back-to-back events where the first event didn't run on schedule and asked you to stay? Not yet. Not yet, because I always tell the client ahead of time, this is going to be our game plan. We're going to get to your location 1 hour before, and then we're going to leave your event at this time because we have a secondary event. So I let the client know we have a secondary event, which means we got to get going at by this time. And what's cool is that they're understandable, because like I said, this is something you guys are on the same page about, right? It's something that you discuss and that you're very open with. So they know that even if they wanted to pay you an extra $200, you wouldn't be able to deliver and stay for that extra hour because you have another event right after them that you need to get to on time. Okay, so but that's good. Like if they wanted to keep you, then that means they want more. So that means they're gonna invite you for their anniversary, their birthdays, their graduations, whatever it is. So this is a good sign. Another cool thing, guys, is I think I'm finally gonna get some new repeat customers. Remember, you're gonna get to a point in your business as operators where you're gonna have repeat clients. You're gonna get to that level where you've had so many events and met so many people, and so many people have seen you at work and seen your production that they want to hire you for another event, or they want to refer you to their friends and family. And to me, that's like repeat business, and that's gold, guys. That's gold. It's like you already proved yourself. They're already excited to have you over. They're looking forward to that event. Yeah, so let's see, guys. Yes, over here on TikTok, big issue with TouchPix. Um, there was an update, and I messed up by not updating my Apple TV and my iPhone. So just imagine the little issues that I was facing. In fact, while we're speaking about issues and things that we're facing right now, a client emailed me, and she wants to know if there's any way possible I can produce or collect, find that video of hers, and that video for some reason did not save to the gallery, guys. And I don't want you guys to go through the experience that I'm experiencing right now, because you have to be the bearer of bad news. You have to tell the client the truth. And the truth is, I told the client that I would follow up with her today on a Monday after I spoke to tech support, to TouchPix tech support. So after talking to TouchPix tech support, by the way, there's a tech guy, TouchPix. His name is Vincent. Big shout outs to Vincent. Vincent was so full of information, and I just felt like I was asking the right questions to get the right information. And he was just delivering on every question I had. And everything that I learned from Vincent is something that I'm going to share with you guys on YouTube, so that you guys can get familiar with some new strategies that Vincent shared with me. And I was thinking, like, man, if we wouldn't have this conversation, I wouldn't have learned any of this. So then what I did after talking to Vincent, I took a screenshot of our conversation, which was about 30 minutes long, and I sent it over to the client to let them know that I was on the phone with technical support for 30 minutes trying to somehow get that video, sent to them. But unfortunately, it didn't save to the gallery. So it somehow, some way, it got lost. So that's one thing that I'm going through right now, guys. It's just a minor hiccup, and it's going to be a learning experience. Hello, Henry. ¿Cómo estás? Bien, bien, amigo. Henry Fernandez, guys, on the chat line. Henry Fernandez is a very interesting individual. Henry Fernandez here in the live chat. This man built his own 360 booth. This man, after seeing all of his work and his videos on how he started to form this 360 booth, because keep in mind, in his country, Latin America, the economy is a little different. So he got creative and he built his very own 360 booth. So that's massive props. When I heard about his story and he started sharing more and more about his story, it touched my heart, and I couldn't help it. But I said, I'm gonna send this man a U200 light, because he had a vision and he worked towards it, and people couldn't visualize his vision, but he manifested it. And to me, that's major. That's a big deal. So Henry Fernandez here on the chat box, man. He's one dedicated dude, and I love the hustle. I love that type of hustle. All right, guys, let's take about 5 minutes to answer any of your questions. Um, so if you guys have any questions, if you can fire those away for me right now. All right, so I'm not seeing any more questions coming from you guys. Let's see. So when it comes to eventually, if you guys add more equipment, to your business as a 360 booth. One of them is going to be the mirror booth. Um, and one thing about these mirror booths is they have these printer machines that constantly get jammed. So every now and then you do need a operator that's going to be, circulating between the 360 booth and the printer to make sure that that printer is working fine. That's one thing I noticed from other operators on YouTube that I follow, that saying these machines are great, but sometimes they need a little bit of just a little bit of adjusting to do. So Abe here. Oh, hello, Visuals 360 is in the house. Phone, you're dropping the recording. It says, don't forget your videos save on the phone you're doing the recording with, so check there as well if it doesn't show up in the TouchPix gallery. Yeah. So if you're recording with an iPhone, guys, and you see the actual video in your iPhone gallery, but you don't see it on the iPad sharing station, that's okay. As long as you have that video inside of your Apple phone, you're still gold, okay? Because maybe it hasn't uploaded or maybe it's stuck, but at least you have it. So at the end of the day, when you close your event, just make sure that when you go back to it and refresh it, make sure there's nothing stuck in the queue and that there's nothing pending, to make sure that all those videos will be accessible by your client. Abe asked me, when do you plan on changing the motor? Abe, that's a really good question that you have. I have about 12. I'm coming up on, let's see. I should know this, but I had a lot of events already, and I'm looking forward to the future ones that I have. And so far, my motor hasn't given me any issues. So your question, when do you plan on changing the motor? For me, Abe, I would say I'd rather buy a secondary 360 booth just in case one breaks. I have one as backup, and while the other one's being repaired or parts are being ordered, I'm not missing out on any events because I have a secondary booth as backup. So I can't answer your question just yet because my motor's still good. Thank you, Project Hustle. Of course, Manny. I had a gentleman book a private session last week, and we went over his marketing strategies. He went over his website. We went over his Google My Business. There was just a lot of room for improvement. And with the things that I shared with him, I know that if he gives it a few weeks, he's going to start generating more leads, and those leads become actual bookings, and those bookings become revenue. And once you have bookings and revenue, it all starts falling into place because you use those same bookings to create more content. That content attracts more people. Now you have more revenue, and now you're thinking, okay, we're on the ball. Let's get it going, keep it going, and you strategize to make sure that you build momentum and you get to a point to I'm at right now, actually, guys. As you guys just mentioned earlier, I have a last week that just passed. I had one on Friday, one on Saturday. This upcoming week that we're in right now, I have one for Friday, one for Saturday. And like I said, I turned down a couple of them. So I'm blessed. But the reason this is working is because when I first started this, I had a game plan. I didn't go in here just order a 360 booth and said like I'm gonna invest $1,500 and start making $100 to $300 an hour. I went deeper than that. I said, okay, how am I gonna one, brand myself? Two, what can I offer that other people are not offering in this game, right? And then I asked myself, how can I come up with a creative production and how can I better this production? So I added fog machines, I added cold sparkles, I added a laser, and it's just about, like I said, guys, one, being creative and being a strategist. That's truly what it is when it comes down to business, is seeing it from a different point of view. And those point of views, as you guys already know, I've been very transparent with you. It's something that I share with you guys all the time. All the videos that I put out, I'm always sharing my point of view. So yeah, I do private sessions. If you guys go to my website, you guys can book me through the actual website. The link is in the description below. Just throwing it out there for people that can afford to book me privately. And someone wrote, "Are you single?" Yeah, I'm single, man. That's a weird question. Yeah, I've been single for many years, just focusing on growing this business and producing value for the entire world, especially if we are in the same boat and our dreams are associated one way or another. So yeah, to answer your question, Your boy 360 booth director right here is single. All right. No, he's too handsome to be single. Nah. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna share a story with you guys real quick. This isn't very professional, but then again, like I said, I'm being transparent, right? So my last event that I went to, like I said, it was a birthday for 10-year-olds. So you imagine there's a lot of moms. Well, have you guys had this? Like moms hit on you at the event at the end of the event? It happened to me, man. So I don't know if this was like a one-time thing, but I'm starting to notice like a pattern. I don't know what it is. You know what it is? I think I know exactly what it is. It's that microphone. That microphone that makes you look certified. You know, you being a vocalist, you're orchestrating something. I think people find that attractive, like, wow, look at him go. Anyways, we're getting out of topic, guys. This is let's get back to business here. Um do you recommend getting a separate iPhone for personal use in order to use a platform? If it's in your budget, Evangeline, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. If it's in your budget, yes. I have one, two, three phones. One is for one of my businesses, plus I use it for more personal, and then I have my latest iPhone 13. That's also has a live connection on it, and then my old 12 mini. It runs off of Wi-Fi. If it's within your budget or you have like a good family plan, I would highly recommend you guys have one phone dedicated for your 360 booth business. But keep in mind that your phone for your 360 photo booth business, if it has a cellular line and you're using that same phone to record, you'll get incoming calls when you're using it at an event. So try to figure something out. Like I said, I was talking to TouchPix and I was asking them if there's going to be any way they can have a setting on their app that blocks incoming calls so that the videos won't be interrupted. That would be super dope. Hey, DJ Randy, as I mentioned before, I don't have someone that I can personally recommend for the cold sparkles. The first cold sparkles that I bought were on eBay. One went bad after the 30 days. So I have one good one. The other one, I couldn't get my money back. Then I bought another two, and I bought those two on eBay as well with warranty because I learned from my mistakes, right? And then they both went bad just within a couple of weeks. One was bad from the very jump, and then the other one lasted a few days, and then it went bad. So I stopped ordering from eBay, and now I reached out to a supplier on Alibaba that has a one. They're verified and they have really good reviews. So I'm waiting on those cold sparkles. I'm crossing my fingers. It should arrive this week. If those cold sparkles hold up and they do a better job than the previous ones I bought over at eBay, then I'm going to be sharing that supplier's information because now I have real feedback and actually tried their product. I don't want to recommend someone just because they have the cheapest prices. I want to recommend someone that one took care of me as a client, and two stands behind their product, which is why if you guys notice in all my videos, I'm sharing my supplier for my 360 photo booth because one, they took good care of me. Two, they're very professional. It comes with warranty. And to this day, we have a good relationship because I told them, hey guys, if I share your information with my audience, I expect you guys to give my audience not only the best purchasing experience, but the best deals and the best products. And that's why you guys get warranty on your 360 booth because that's the agreement I made with my supplier is like, you guys take care of our people because we're trying to build a community. And you can't grow a strong community with faulty equipment, right? That wouldn't work out. So to answer your question, DJ, for the cold sparkles, I don't have anyone right now that I can say this is a spot to go to. If that was the case, that information would have been released a while back because I do know that cold sparkles, it becomes attractive when using them in your 360 videos. 360 videos. I said that twice. I don't know why. Uh, Rosemary, oh my God, moms and teenager girls hit on my boyfriend all the time at our events. I think it's funny. All right, so Rosemary just confirmed that the whole flirting thing is common. She's saying that her husband gets hit on at all the events, whether it's teenage girls and moms. All right, good to know. Probably wear a wedding ring. So, okay, guys, let's talk about this really quick before I get off. We're coming up on an hour right now, so I gave you guys an hour of as much knowledge that I could provide within that hour. And as usual, you guys You guys asked me some questions today, and I gave you the best answers I could possibly provide. Over here on TikTok, how do you get about getting your insurance? Hey, you guys on TikTok, you guys are missing out, man. There's two videos I made on YouTube that go over the insurance that I have, how much I'm paying, and what it covers. You guys need to come over to the YouTube section. See, TikTok is great and everything, and I like it because you can post quick 30-second videos. And now I understand you can do up to 10 videos, but I enjoy the YouTube platform when it comes to tutorial and educational videos. So if you guys want to come over to the YouTube side, you guys can get answers to your questions about getting insurance for your 360 booth. And guys, here on YouTube as well, remember, protect your investment. I made those videos and I showed you how much I'm paying a month, which was only like $53 or $54 for my company insurance for my 360 booth to be insured. Okay, guys? So please don't forget, take care of your investment. So you guys been hitting me up for magnet covers, and I'm working on a product called, I'm gonna call it 360 magnet tops. And what it is after a while, your booth is gonna get scratched, it's gonna get dented, and stuff's gonna start peeling. So what I've been working on right now with the manufacturer is, like I said, you solve more problems and you will make more money. So I'm trying to solve this problem. And my problem was that someone booked an event with me and they told me, can you make your booth black? And I only have one booth, and my booth had my big old Canary logo. So the same logo you guys see on the YouTube channel, I had that exact logo on top of my 360 booth, 100 centimeter motorized, right? And they wanted a black booth. So what I ended up doing was like, I said, no, this is the only one we have right now. But then saying no to a client, it always makes me think like, shit, what do I do? So what I ended up doing was I went over to, was it Michael's? And I ended up buying what is it called? What's it called? What's it called? It's like a film. It was black film. So I ended up getting that film, and I went over my booth. So I made my booth black. I have a video on YouTube showing that. And then what I did is when we went to their event, you know, their theme colors were red and black. So our booth was blacked out, and for the LED light, I put the red lights, so it was red and black. So it went super sick with their theme. It was badass. I remember that. That was like my third event. I think. And then when I got home, I tried peeling the 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 paper off my booth, and as I'm peeling it, it's ripping my actual logo. So now I'm like, shit. Now what do I do now? So I ended up peeling my logo completely off. So I had a black 360 booth, and it looked dope, but it's slippery because it has no texture on the top. So I started talking to different suppliers, and I told them, hey, this is the issue. This is what I need, and I need it to be durable. So they sent me a few samples. Of course, I had to pay for all these samples. It's a lot of money, guys. And when it first came in, I was like, beautiful. These are great. But then after time, I was like, oh, they're peeling and air's going inside, like the air pockets. So then we went on to a different batch, and this time we took regular paper and we actually used more durable stickers that people actually use for outside on the ground, and also comes with the UV coat protection. So when the sun's hitting it, it's not going to damage it. And those are what I've been using since. I have those that I'm working on right now. I'm using those right now. And I went to a rodeo. I had an event. Some of you guys probably already know because I put up a video. We're at a rodeo. Cowboys were getting on there with their big boots, and it survived. So the 360 Magnetop survived because it was durable and it was made out of vinyl, durable vinyl with a coat on top. So to answer your question, guys, about these 360 top magnets, it's coming, but the reason it's being delayed is because when you ship anything like magnets or batteries from China, it's a delicate process because it's magnets. So there's a lot of clearance and it's very expensive as far as the logistics go. So it's been tough for me, but I haven't given up on this project because I know that we need these magnets. I know that it's embarrassing going to an event with your booth looking like it's been 5,000 different events. I know that you guys always want to show up and be on your A game and make sure that everything is clean. So I get you guys. I get your frustration, but I'm working on it right now. And I don't think anybody else is working on this. So I appreciate your patience. LO Visual. So yeah, it was vinyl, but it wasn't the permanent one. I didn't get the permanent one because I didn't want it to be permanent. But even the one that wasn't permanent, the one that's removable, that's the one that I bought, the removable one. That one also damaged my logo that I got directly from the factory. So just so you guys know, okay, if you guys end up getting vinyls uh, from from uh, from Michael's or Joanne's, I think it's pronounced. Just make sure when you peel it, most likely you're gonna end up peeling your real sticker. Just a heads up. Mondo, you might want to ask them if the company does magnets for vehicles. You might want to ask them and let them know, hey, look, this is what I have, this is what I need, and see if they can work with you, Mondo. And if that works, man, let us know. So it's gonna be a wrap, guys. I want to say thank you for being brave enough to move forward with a new business. I know for a lot of you guys, this is your very, very first business. For me, this is, oof, man, I've had many businesses and not all of them did as great as this business. But I strongly believe that every business that I started in the past gave me all the ingredients I'm using today to have this business grow and scale. And not only the business, but what it's made me, who I'm becoming as an individual during the journey. And even when we feel we have a vision as far as where our destination is going to be at, when we get to our destination, that's great. But then you'll quickly realize that it's not as fulfilling. So what I learned now that I'm in my mid 30s is that enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, the expedition to the actual destination, because we don't know if we're going to make it to our destination. So we might as well move forward and smile through the hard times and care for others and help our families, our neighbors, help out the world as best as we can, so that if we don't make it to our destination, we have a story to tell because we actually enjoy the journey and we were busy living in the moment. So I want to leave today by just telling you guys, do your best. Life is short. Don't hold grudges. If someone comes at you in a negative way, we don't know what they're going through. And you might be going through it too. But fact is, both of you have air in your lungs and you're both alive. So it's up to you to really, be the captain of your own ship. You're the pilot. You're in control of how you react and how you act. You're not in control of anything else but yourself. So I want to thank you guys for supporting me. And I know that we've only been doing this for just a few months, but it feels like we've really covered a lot of ground and we've really blew up. Like we blew up as a 360 booth community. We blew up because we understand that we're in a position to provide a really good memorable time. So if you guys enjoy putting smiles on people's faces, if you guys find energy and just doing something special for someone, special occasion, then you are in the perfect industry. You guys are going to do well. Okay, we're all going to continue growing one way or another. And that's why I made a 360 uh, global family group on Facebook, because I felt like that was the platform to use to really have people network and interact. They can post videos, they can post pictures, they can just add so much value. And that's the reason I said I need to focus on building a Facebook community. So I hope that everything I shared with you guys today, over an hour of my time, really somehow, some way impacts you guys. And I'll see you guys soon. I put out some new videos on YouTube, two videos this morning. And stay busy, stay proactive, and I wish you guys the best. Thank you, guys. You're welcome, Luke. Take care, guys.